All of us have a connection to these residential schools. We all have a connection. These kids may be identified and connected with specific First Nations communities, but they are our children. They're all of our children, and it doesn't matter where they came from. So there's a deep personal piece of work that's along with this work that we do every day with the residential school. It's deeply personal. It's going to take a while for everybody to process it, and when you ask the question of how do you prepare for this, you really can't. I'm going to say that this is probably just the tip of the iceberg. There are going to be a number other findings that are going to be unfolding here in the next while, and we need to have a plan. We need to be prepared on how we're going to deal with this, how we're going to sort our way through, how do we navigate through all of these systems and these structures, and how do we process the emotions? What supports do we have in place to help those people who are really closely connected? There's a lot of pain. People are feeling a lot of emotions right now, and we need to find a way to process those. We have our means and we have our ceremonies and we have, some of our people that will help us through this process, and we know that. But the other part of it needs to come from the other side. And those are the folks who, establish the residential schools. Those are the folks that had a huge role to play and how the schools operated and, the policies behind those schools, the legislation that were written for those schools. And then there's the families, the families and the communities. We have a very, there's an iconic image of a beautiful young man by the name of Thomas More Cusick. He's one of our local kids, and people have seen his image throughout Canada and probably, throughout North America. And no one has connected him to the Regina Indian Industrial School. So we've got a lot of work to do. My work is helping our communities to move forward, helping our communities to, begin the healing process, helping our communities to find some of the answers. But there's a lot of other people that have to carry and share this burden and this responsibility of healing and moving forward as well. We need our non-Indigenous folks to take a look at, what is their level of understanding here? How do they do their own personal learning? What is a personal journey? This is not about guilt. This is not about guilting people. This is about we have a history here, a collective history that we all need to learn and we all need to understand exists and is real.